That's right, guys. Now it's time to choose your sponsor. My name's Trevor Miller, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Now, in a few moments, this video is going to transition into the message of today. But before we go there, I just want to ask you, have you got a sponsor that you want to link up with? If you have, that's absolutely fine. But if you haven't, what should you look for in a sponsor? One of the members of my team told me that he went sponsor shopping, and why shouldn't he? You want to be looking for, and this is what I look for in a sponsor that is supportive, a sponsor that is active within the project that you're getting involved with, and a sponsor that is contactable. You're going to be able to contact them and they're going to respond to your queries or your emails or whatever, or Skype messages. And I think that's important for one reason mainly. You are paying them. You're generally paying them out the commission that they're making from your money. And that's a huge responsibility. I think a sponsor's responsibility also should be not to lead you down the wrong path, not to be in the business for self-gain, i.e. he's just not building up a team just to get the commission and not there to help you. Not to lead you into a project that he knows that might be faltering, but he's going to try to grab that little bit of commission from you before it all goes pear-shaped. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I'm the best sponsor in the world. There's far better sponsors out there than me, I know. I've only been in this business now for a short time. I'm not saying I'm the most knowledgeable sponsor you will meet. In fact, most of the time, I'm learning alongside you guys in whatever project we are in together, which is fantastic. That's what I mean by a sponsor should be active. It's a two-way communication. But if you haven't got a sponsor that you want to link up with, then please feel free to use any of the links below and sign up with me. I'll be happy to get you on board. I can promise you a couple of things. One, I'm active because I love the business. Two, I am supportive. I will support you to the best of my abilities. Three, you can reach me generally by email, by Skype, by Facebook. One of those methods and I will answer. I might not answer straight away, but I definitely will answer, okay? Now, I wish you all the best in your endeavours. I look forward to working with you on the inside. And now, go and watch the rest of the video. Take care for now. Breakfast. Hi guys, Trevor Miller here from trevormiller.co.uk. It's Monday, the 17th of June, and London is set for a mini heat wave. Apparently the temperatures are going to soar up into the 90s. I can't wait, it's long overdue. Anyway guys, happy Father's Day. I hope you all had a great time. I know I certainly did. So I hope everybody else enjoyed it and managed to relax a little bit as well. Add-it profits, it's absolutely rocking and rolling at the moment. It's like a wild beast that's woken up from its slumber and it's just charging through the forest, hungry, eating up everything. Since the 1st of June, another 7,000 people have joined the Add-it Profits family, bringing the total up to probably over 18,000 people now. There's 18,000 people since its inception, which was just 2 months ago. I made a prediction that in 6 months' time, Add-it Profits will probably hit 50,000 people, registered affiliates. It might actually get there a lot quicker than get to 50,000 people a lot quicker than 6 months' time, the way it's going at the moment. It's actually moving so fast that it's quite difficult to put a strategy into place because your shares are earning so quickly. Some days are a little bit slow, but you know, so much revenue has been generated that things are happening so quick that your shares are just maturing a lot quicker. So it's quite difficult right now to put a strategy on that. But the program is fantastic. I'm absolutely loving this program. You know, Charles, you're a star. Getting paid instantly, and everything is just working really, really great. But the good thing about Add-it Profits, I heard a story, Add-it Profits is actually not just changing people's life, but it's actually saving people's lives, all right? some of us are feeling this is what we do for a living, and you know, we expect to make money out of it. Like I say, some of us might be tracing the money. Some of us do it for fun, but some of us are doing it because we really need to get ourselves into a better place financially, and added profits is doing that. Okay, I want to tell you a story, what I heard via Skype over the weekend, that touched me so dearly, and it just made me think to myself, you know, this program is actually changing people's life. It's actually giving people a chance to get out of something that they may have well been struggling with or in trouble with. All right, it's about a young lady called Alice, and you just gotta, I will go through the story with you. So Alice is a nurse, newly qualified nurse, just about 2 years old, living in Finchley, that's part of London. And as you may know, that London is got to be one of the most expensive places to rent right now. In fact, just this morning I heard that the average house price in London now is £515,000. How can people even start to begin to afford that unless they're with added profits? Anyway, back to Alice. So Alice is a newly qualified nurse living in Finchley, renting. Now, when she was studying to become a nurse, she was living with three other mates in a flat share, which that's not uncommon. A lot of people do that. It's the only way you can really afford it. When she qualified, about 6 months after she qualified, she decided that she would like to move out from the flat share, and she started looking for a one-bedroom or a studio flat. Now, renting in London is not cheap at all, okay, but she managed to find somewhere. Now, in London, in the UK, we got what they call a short-term tenancy agreement, which means that you sign a lease for 6 months. After 6 months, the landlord can put the rent up. He can tell you to leave, or you might decide to leave before that. But it's very hard to find a long-term agreement anywhere in the UK. And what a lot of the landlords are doing, they're just, they're greedy. They're just trying to make as much money from their properties as possible. Most of the properties that they have, there'll be second properties, third properties that they've bought to let. So anyway, Alice got a job in a central hospital in London. Decided she wanted to find a place to live, which she was doing quite happily. She's managing to pay the rent. At the end of her first 6 months, the landlord jacked up the rent. I don't know how much by, but I wasn't told that. So she could still manage to pay, but she was struggling, but she's managed to cut back on things to pay the rent, make sure she had enough money to sort of, travel to work on the tube and stuff. At the end of the second 6 months, the landlord jacked up the rent again. Now she's finding herself in trouble. She's now beginning to struggle a little bit and paying her rent late. Okay, so the landlord's getting a bit annoyed about this, just because they're miserable. I hate landlords. No, I don't actually hate landlords. I shouldn't say that. But like I say, the landlord is after the money. Okay, so you jack the rent up the second time. She's struggling. She's missing rent payments or paying them late. The landlord's getting fed up, and he's told her that if she doesn't, if she does this again, he's going to start giving her eviction orders. Now, it's very difficult in the UK just to evict somebody. Even if you got an agreement, you do have to go through a procedure, right? But Alice, she's a young girl. She doesn't want to go through that hassle, so she's struggling. She's taking the bus to work rather than taking the tube. She's cutting back. She's going to the staff canteen to food. A good tip, guys, if you're ever hungry and you're near a hospital, go to the staff canteen because it's normally subsidised. I'm not too proud to say I've done it several times myself in the past when I was a bit tight on cash. Okay, so she's doing that. She's not going to Starbucks or any of these fancy cafes anymore because she's really skinned. Okay, now it came to a crunch point that in April this year, middle of April this year, she was probably going to have to move out of the flat because she knew she wasn't going to pay it. All right. Actually, no, it wasn't the middle of April. It was the middle of May. It was the middle of May. She found out for a friend about Add It profits in the middle of April. That's why I'm getting my 2 dates mixed up. She had nothing else to lose. She was desperate. She bought 4 shares, guys. 4 shares in the company and started working the business. She had a month to do this. Within that month, she had managed to make enough money to make up the shortfall that she wouldn't have had to pay for a rent. Okay, she didn't make enough money to pay for all of it, but she had enough money to make up the shortfall to pay for a rent. That's how Add It profits is changing people's lives. Okay. Now, I don't know Alice personally. Like I said, this story was filtered down to me. As far as I know, the following month, June, just gone, she's almost managed to pay for a whole rent with the earnings she's made out of Add It profits. That's how Add It profits is changing people's lives. If you can get yourself in a position where financially you are going to be more secure, then doesn't it make sense to take it? And that's where I think Add It profits is just going to change so many people's life. Not just for the guys who are professional affiliates who are just doing it to make money, but for the people who need that extra cash. If you really want to get into something that is really going to turn around and something that is paying instantly, not like a lot of the other programs that might be promising payments and it's not going to happen. You know, you're going to put your hard-earned money into Add It profits, so you want to make sure that you're going to get your money out. Okay, and this is what the program is giving you. I can't recommend this program highly enough, guys. I love it. I think it's a product that is second to none, and all the other revenue sharing programs right now are going to be tracing Charles Cavill's tail, because Add It profits is cleaning up, is taking up the market. I don't actually see any point in going into any other revenue sharing programs. Now, if you know me, I'll just say spread your risk. Don't keep all your money in one thing. But still, I probably wouldn't go into another rev sharing. I'll find something now totally different to do. Okay. In a few moments, I'm just going to flip over to my desktop just to show you what's been happening in my account for the last week. For those guys who's still on the edge, they're still tivering, you know, on the fence. I know you're on my team. Some of you have asked me questions, but you still haven't taken the next step to fund your account and buy your first share. You've got to do it. You're losing precious time. And right now, like I said at the beginning of this, Add It profits is moving at such a fast rate that it's so difficult for me now to give you a really solid, good strategy apart from buy shares as much as you can. Don't hurt yourself. Be as comfortable as you can what you're going to spend, and get into the program as soon as you can. All right, that's my message just for today, guys. Add It profits is not just making people happy, it's actually saving people from situations that they may have found themselves in due to no fault of their own. Okay, all the best. God bless. Speak to you soon. Bye bye. So guys, here's my back office. I just wanted to obviously give you a bit of an update, just for you guys that are still sitting on the fence and really might not believe that this program is working for people. As you know, I always say that you need to reach a target, or have a target in your mind that you want to reach in any program that you are doing. For me, that is $50 a day. I think if I can get to $50 a day, then I'm ahead of the game. So you can see on the 3rd of June here, I started withdrawing, actually a few days before I started withdrawing $50 a day, and I've done that for one whole week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, until the 9th of June, and the account was building nicely. So I then was able to, for the following week, which from the 10th of June, I was able to withdraw $100 a day, which is double my target of $50 a day. And I've done that until June the 17th, where the account is still growing very nicely. and now I can withdraw $150 a day, and I've still got money in my back office. Now you can play this two ways. You can either do a minimum amount a day that you want to draw, or with added profits you can indeed draw the whole lot if you wish, and have an account sitting at zero and start again. I just choose to draw $100 a day, or whatever my minimum limit is. That's just the way I like to play it. If I just go to my Solid Trust account, just to give you a little bit of insight, just to prove that to you, you can see this is my back office in Solid Trust, and you can see here quite clearly that today's the 17th of June, and I withdrew $150 from added profits. And you can see the 16th of June, which was Sunday, Father's Day, I withdrew 100. That's a small amount from Malaysian-inc, and you can see that going back in time, I've been drawing out $100 a day until we reach a couple of weeks ago when I was taking out $50 a day. All right, so that is my Solid Trust pay account. Like I said, this program is working. It's working very nicely. If you've got any fears about getting involved, don't. Just, sign up. If you haven't got anybody that you want to sign up with, then please feel free to sign up under me, of course. Otherwise, sign up under somebody and buy yourself a share or whatever you're comfortable with, and get this program running and working for you. You will not regret it. Alright, so until my next video, I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye bye for now.